Tonight on Evening, the most famous graduate of Tacoma's School of the Arts stars in a romantic comedy coming to Prime Video.
I owe so much of my career to soda, truly.
And celebrate a cider tradition with a whole lot of shaking. Plus, where you can find pumpkins that will never go bad. And welcome to Evening. I'm Chris Cashman. So thrilled you are here as I am big man on campus going back to school today. Technically, welcome to Bothell. This was the first ever junior high. They even pay tribute to the first ever settler in Bothell inside. Columbus Greenleaf, that name alone is worth celebrating. And good news, you are just in time for the 10th anniversary of McMenamins Anderson School. McMenamins has built a reputation for giving old buildings new life here in the Pacific Northwest.
There were Olympic swimmers that trained in that pool before we took over. Above that, which used to be the bleachers for the pool, is now what's called Nui Nui, and it's the coolest tiki bar around. If you're into tiki bars, you will want to go and hang out in Nui Nui.
The report cards are in and this place gets straight A's.
The principal's office, which is a small little bar that actually was the principal's office.
This former junior high in Bothell has been reimagined as a whimsical campus for grown-ups, complete with bars, a brewery, hotel rooms, and even a movie theater.
It's over a 5-acre property. I don't like to put my finger on one specific thing because from the gardens, the lighting, the artwork, like there is something for everyone if you just take it in.
The lush gardens are more than scenery. They're growing food and personality. From the cactus garden overlooking the lagoon to friendly faces who tend to it all. I recommend the Cajun Tots, both the food and the property cat named Cajun Tot.
You know, what can I say?
This is just one of the properties.
Yes, this is one of 12 hotel properties. It's just amazing what they've done.
It is a serious vibe here at McMenamins. A little birdie told me that they are having a totally rad 80s prom party this Friday. Break out the stirrup pants, the hot pink, and I'll see you on that dance floor. All right, meanwhile, to the south in Tacoma, the Tacoma School of the Arts, for nearly 25 years, they've been giving local creative kids unique ways to graduate from high school. And this week, one of their graduates is starring in a new romantic comedy that people are already comparing to Sleepless in Seattle. Saint sat down with one of the local stars.
You know, it's nice having someone I can be totally open with, even if it means we remain perfect strangers. You know our rules. No names, no photos, just cars. Sorry.
Tacoma School of the Arts grad Madeline Petch plays a car mechanic with her own all-female auto shop. Jacob Scipio plays a guy who loves classic cars. Online, they may be anonymous soulmates, but when the flashy corporation he works for moves a competitive garage in across the street, different kinds of sparks start to fly.
I bet you thought you could just waltz in here and take over O'Malley's because a bunch of girls don't know the first thing about fixing cars. Am I right?
That's not fair.
You two had this great sort of enemies, lovers dynamic throughout the movie. What was more fun, playing the enemies or playing the lovers?
I like the enemies because it's like foreplay to the lovers.
We're really enemies in real life.
Yeah.
We absolutely hate each other, so it was really easy to bring that to life.
Madeline's best known for playing mean girl Cheryl Blossom in the hit CW series Riverdale. She is far and away the best-known graduate of Tacoma's School of the Arts.
They taught me to take risks in a way that I don't think I ever would have felt comfortable doing if I hadn't been championed by them. So I mean, like, I owe so much of my career to soda, truly.
Outer Banks star Madison Bailey and Katie O'Brien are part of the crew at O'Malley's, while stand-up comedian Mateo Lane brings some extra comic relief.
I'm like nervous. I don't even know what this girl looks like. What are we looking for? A wrench. A wrench keychain. It should be right there on the table. Do you know what a wrench is?
I Googled it. I do know now.
I actually have a maintenance required light on my personal car. Between the three of you, which one should I bring the car to?
Katie.
Wow, homophobic.
No question.
You want it in the same or a different condition?
Yeah.
The way you brought it in.
I can get that light off for you, no problem.
Okay. And that's...
Just cut some wires. It's not...
Oh,
I don't have a car.
I can make light go away.
Yeah.
I actually, honestly, it may be me though. I can do some things.
Will love repair all? Or does this relationship require more changes than just the motor oil? Find out in Maintenance Required.
Thank you, Saint. In just 2 weeks, the trailer for Maintenance Required racked up something like 11 million views. So there is a thirsty audience ready and waiting for this movie that just so happens to start streaming on Prime Video tomorrow. All right, hopefully I'm not breaking the news to you. October is here. We're underway, and that means it's time to vote in the Best of Western Washington. You tell us what's best. You could win a vacation. It's a win-win. Here's what you need to know. It's the 33rd annual Best of Western Washington. We want to hear from you. Go to king5.com/best now or scan that QR code to vote. Tell us who's best, from best burger to best brewery, bookstore to barber shop. You can vote in 45 categories, and each vote enters you to win a luxurious Napa Valley Wine Country wellness getaway worth $7,000 from Aegis Living. Go vote now for your chance to win. Now I hear there's a whole lot of shaking going on in Puyallup. It's harvest time at the cidery.
On a foggy morning, what sounds like jungle drums in the orchard of Cockrell Cider Farm is actually volunteers filling plastic buckets with apples.
Well, this is our pick that we do every year, and it's really not a pick, it's more of a pickup. We shake all our trees. Shaking!
Yes, there's a whole lot of shaking going on, which explains why Ken DeMoray is wearing a helmet.
These are cider apples, so if they drop on the ground and we're making hard cider out of them, it doesn't bother them at all.
Yeah. In fact, the more mud, the better it tastes.
Yeah, that's terroir.
On a farm that dates back to 1854,
Okay, that's enough for now.
volunteers, made up of mostly customers, show up every year to help with the harvest.
I wanted to do some community service, get a good workout, and enjoy the people, the fun. We've been here a few times and really enjoy the cider.
Retired in name only, Rich and his brother John have taken on a second act, turning some of the oldest apple varieties in America into cider. They say it's great having all of this extra help.
Keeps our cost under control, makes our ciders a lot more reasonable to drink every time.
Get them off there. Nice. Yeah.
Got it.
A good tree shake is a great way to feel some satisfaction. Buckets and more buckets lead to bins and more bins filled with apples. And then comes the best surprise of them all.
After we're all done with this, my wife puts on an absolutely beautiful lunch, and then we'll open the taps up and have a few ciders as well.
This has been a harvest worth celebrating.
Can anybody guess how many bins we got today?
40.
49 bins. That's the most we've ever picked in a day.
How many gallons of cider is that?
Probably about 4,000 gallons.
Yeah.
What?
Even cooler, they are looking for some volunteer apple pickers. October 11th, they're going to get started at 9 in the morning. They need about 30 to 40 of you. It is for adults only. It can be somewhat physically demanding. If you're interested, reach out. Up next, how you can pick a unique pumpkin that will never rot. And an artist with a love for the unconventional.
Ooh, what can I do with this that people will go, whoa, what is that?
Evening's 33rd Annual Best of Western Washington is sponsored by Aegis Living, where we treat you like family.
I would say I was somebody sent to this world to try to give people hope in dark times.
Hey, this is Saint strongly suggesting you watch Jane Goodall's final interview in Netflix's Famous Last Words. The famed chimpanzee researcher, who died last Wednesday, offers some inspirational words when she's asked about her legacy.
So even if this is the end of humanity as we know it, let's fight to the very end. Let's let the children know, that there is hope if they get together. And even if it becomes impossible for anybody, it's better to go on fighting to the end than just to give up and say, okay.
Jane Goodall's Famous Last Words is now streaming on Netflix.
And welcome back to Evening from Bothell. I'm Chris Cashman. In fact, I grew up just up the hill. Shout out to Maywood Hills. Learned to square dance right there. It's our state's official dance. Now you know. This was Bothell's first ever junior high in 2015. McMenamins came in. They put their spin on things. They are celebrating 10 years right now. Come celebrate the 10th anniversary. Look for all the personal touches like the flame that burns eternal. I'm told a tribute to the McMenamins brothers' mom. And now a Northwest tradition. The glass pumpkin patches are up and running, attracting thousands of collectors. Saint takes us inside the year-round shop in Tacoma.
Not all pumpkins are meant for carving. Some are meant to be just a bit more permanent. At Tacoma Glass Gallery, there's a brand new color for 2025.
So this year's colors, we went with a really beautiful teal and kind of a brown gold color. This has been a super popular color this year. Beginning September 1st, we've had a line at the door for people coming in for this year's. Really great color.
They were all born in fire at Tacoma Glassblowing Studio, where I recently learned every pumpkin begins as a liquid molten piece of glass.
It's just like hot honey.
That must be consistently spun so it won't lose its shape.
And what it's doing is cooling off a little bit, becoming more solid.
Yep.
The stem has to be wrapped like taffy in one move.
Beautiful. It's gonna go inside of this 960-degree oven, and away it goes.
All right, here we go.
It's right here.
All right.
Nice.
Thousands of pumpkins are now ready for collectors. This season, there's no shortage of ways to make your home festive for the fall holidays.
The Tacoma Glass Gallery is open 7 days a week. The next glass pumpkin patch is actually this Saturday at Sparkman Cellars in Woodinville. All right, 'tis the season to celebrate some spooky, creepy art. And perhaps no one does creepy art better than Snohomish artist Jeanette Crooks. Evening photojournalist Diane Lewis-Torrey has her story.
I've always loved dolls. I haven't had any hauntings in my house, which is kind of surprising because I have about 1,000 doll heads in here. I love just stuff that is unique and weird. Ooh, what can I do with this that people will go, whoa, what is that? This one's a jewelry box. As a kid, I collected dolls, I had Barbies, so I think together it's like this mashup of all the metal parts. I love mechanical stuff. This is gonna be a robot. I love things that move. It's a doll hand mobile. There's even one with a little baby bottle in it. Halloween, I kind of bring out the gauntlet and I really put on the creep factor because I love Halloween. If you get a reaction out of people, whether it's good or bad, you've done your job as an artist. And people come in and they see my work, just hearing those comments is what keeps me going. And it just fires me up to, ooh, I gotta keep doing this. I know every single piece I've made. They're almost like my children out there. And when I look at a piece, I just name it. I go, what's your name? And the name just comes to me. Could be the spirits of the dolls. Some of these are over 150 years old. Who knows? These are frozen Charlottes, and they're from about the 1860s. They were little dolls that little girls would carry around because they were small and they could fit in the palm of their hand. This one's actually George Bush. Doll eyes that are actually harvested from the doll heads, and they open and close. They blink. Porcelain. So I like to put lamps in these and light up their eyes. I like to cut off dinosaur heads and then I put them with little doll bodies. If a little child loved that piece, the connection that was there, where has that piece been all these years? And now it's landed in my lap and I'm giving it a new life. Somebody loved them once and hopefully they'll find a new person to love them.
Ooh, chilling stuff, goosebumps. Fortunately, Jeanette also does some non-creepy art. She's a member of the Northwest Watercolor Society, and you can see her work at the Grand Leader Mercantile in Everett.
Still to come on Evening, the Carpenters changing lives one ramp at a time.
Yeah, he loves it.
Wow!
local stories make a difference.
That's good.
With the power to enrich lives, strengthen communities, and make us smile. Evening is made possible by Primera Blue Cross. Primera Blue Cross, always in your corner.
Portions of Evening sponsored by the Master Builders Association of King and Snohomish Counties.
And welcome back to Evening. I'm Chris Cashman. We are in Bothell at McMenamins Anderson School celebrating 10 years. Yes, it's a restaurant, it's a bar, it's a pool where Bothell residents can swim for free, by the way. It's a movie theater with first-run movies, but to me, it's about the Cajun Tots. Both the food and the cat on property named Cajun Tot. Come by, say hello. They're even having an 80s prom party this Friday night. Come be a part of it. Celebrate community. And speaking of community, every summer, master builders and volunteers come together to give the gift of mobility to their neighbors. And a Maple Valley family is especially thankful. Evening was there as they watched their son's life transform.
Board by board and nail by nail, this construction crew in Maple Valley is building something that will impact one boy's life beyond measure.
And then 33 1/4.
They're building a ramp for Sophonias Bayan's little brother Dagim.
So he's been diagnosed with cerebral palsy for a little over 10 years now. Around he was 8 months old is when it happened.
Dagim's family carries him into their home through the garage door. The new ramp will be a welcome gift.
They're ecstatic about it. So am I, everyone is, yeah.
It's really pretty remarkable to think about how we're changing someone's life who's otherwise very mobility restricted.
Since 1993, the Master Builders of King and Snohomish Counties has led more than 650 rampathons, building free ramps for families that need them.
Set, go. Nice job.
Master Builders does this because we believe everybody deserves a place to call home. And part of home is having a place that you can get into and out of with ease and just know that you've got that freedom to come and go and be part of the community.
Volunteers from Connor Homes are building this one. They've been doing Rampathon for 20 years.
It's very gratifying to be able to give back to the community that we build in.
We're helping them get in and out of the house, giving them easier access, and that's what it's all about. Yeah, you know, stairs are tough for this little young man here, and building a ramp is just what he needs.
This crew is building much more than a ramp.
It's like textbook community. It's like textbook definition community. We're all here gathered with one objective, and it's to help one another.
Community that's literal for crew chief Mick Gamlin. He's also a neighbor.
I live like 500 feet that way, across the street.
Who's never met a nail he didn't like.
Mick likes to put a lot of nails in the wood and make sure it's secure.
Somebody says, but I don't think I use enough.
After 6 hours of hard work, the job is done.
There you go.
Dagim takes his first test drive on the new ramp.
All right, buddy. Yes. Look at that. Woohoo!
You know, the best part of the day for me has always been seeing that first time that the recipient gets to experience the ramp for him or herself and go down, and you can see that, you know, some joy on their faces. You can see relief on the faces of families that are part of this.
And as they've done hundreds of times since Rampathon began, the Master Builders nail it again.
Yeah, he loves it.
If you or someone you know in King or Snohomish counties could benefit from a ramp, let the Master Builders know. We'll have a link to connect you there at king5evening.com.
Up next, we send you off to South Lake Union. A last look at those relaxing waters and wildlife before fall has fallen.
Now in our 40th season, Evening shares local stories that make our communities shine. Thanks to support from Pemco Insurance. Pemco empowers the Northwest to prevent the preventable. Learn how at pemco.com.
And welcome back to Evening. I'm Chris Cashman, getting ready to say goodbye to my friends here at McMenamins Anderson School in Bothell. They are celebrating 10 years. The school itself, 94. McMenamins celebrating 10 years. They're going to have a totally rad 80s party this Friday. I want to see you right here. All right, we send you off now with the sights and sounds of Lake Union with the lights turned on before fall fully envelops us. We'll see you next time.